kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Back in, cuts to his forward, take the shot, he scores!
Number 1, senior goalie, Abby LeBeer. Number 26, senior Hannah Russ. Number 25, senior Becca Shepard. Number 11, senior Carly Smatala. Number 28, junior Olivia Hanalak. Number 19, junior Meg Wellen. And number 6, sophomore Mia Petzik. Finally, number 18, sophomore Caitlin Township. Now, starting for the Indians. Number 5, Megan Casciola. Number 32, Natalie Kako. Number 12, Kara Cunningham. Number 22 in attack, Tia Musich. Number 16, defender Greta Schratz. Number 10, midfielder Rachel Raber. Number 30, defender Mia Pugliano. On defense, number 17, Nika Schratz. And goalies, number 36, Abby Clark. Attacking midfield, number 11, Cassidy King. Number 14 in attack, Sarah Rubican. Finally, number 27 midfielder, Gabby Tom.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's contest with Peters Township girls lacrosse team facing the visiting Pine-Richland Rams. This is the start of the 2019 season. I know there's a lot of excitement abounding with the team and the possibilities. So we're about ready to begin this game, and on a not too pleasant of an evening. Probably in the low 40s, as last I checked. Rain subsided at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. But playing conditions, other than being a little bit nippy, are very good. We'll start the lineup here with Megan Casciola, number 5 on defense, senior. Natalie Kako, number 12. Grade 12, excuse me. Jersey number 32 on attack. Kira Cunningham, number 12 in grade 12, defense. Tia Musulich, attack. She's number 22. Greta Schratz, number 16 on defense. Rachel Raber, number 10, midi. Mia Pugliano, defense, number 30. Veronica Schratz, number 17 on defense. Cassidy King, number 11. Attack midi. Gabby Tom, number 27, midi. And in goal, Abby Clark, number 36. Possession by Peters Township. It's Natalie with it, number 32. Starting to cycle here. Behind the cage, it's over to Veronica, number 17. Pass to Rachel Raber, excuse me, number 10. Slightly errant pass. Got Greta Schretz, 16 at the head of the diamond on defense. Starting some movement there by Natalie. Ball comes out inadvertent. Scooped up by the goalie, so that was a giveaway on our part. Good transition by Pine-Richland. Cassidy King there, number 11. Playing a little defense. Pine-Richland behind, setting up their offense. Pine-Richland's a very good team. They won Whips a couple years ago, so they always have a good team and it's fast. So Coach Lawrence commented that they're very strong on fundamentals and look to see some aggressive play by them. Meaning they'll take chances on offense. Nice play by our keeper. Possession retained by Pine-Richland. Slipped around the defender. Ball goes out of play. So Pine-Richland on the board first at 22-19. Just able to get past the defender. That's why some of those girls are on attack. So we saw some of that quickness that Coach Lawrence mentioned earlier. They're quick and agile. See if we can get this. Their defender Mitty was just in the right position to get that ball. Number 19 with it for Pine-Richland. So whistle on that play. Defender didn't have their feet planted and it's called for the blocking foul. Very close to regaining possession on that out-of-play ball. Almost a duplicate play. Cutting across the face of the goal and going high with it. So that puts Pine-Richland up 2-0 at 20-41. See if the girls settle down and get control and set up an offense. So it's Cassidy King here. One of the starters is not available for play today, Mackenzie Lehman, junior, Mitty, who is very good at draws, so we're missing her today. Nice play. Can we come up with it? We do. May have been a little quick shot on that. There's 19 for Pine-Richland racing down the field. Oh, that was just an errant pass. Otherwise, there would have been all alone for that shot. Abby with it, looking to clear. Long clear. Looked like that was, not sure who's on the far sideline there. So Cassidy off, number 7 in the game for Peters. Adrian Kako, she's in the game. Gabby Tom to Rachel. Little dancing back there, looking for the cutter. Oh, just over. I think that was Tia on that shot. A little bit high. I think her stick may have been partially deflected. That was Natalie with it, passing to Greta. Passing back to Rachel, I believe. Natalie going around behind the goal, circling. Passing it to Greta, to Gabby Tom. Being patient, looking for something. There she's testing. There's a cutter. That's Gabby. She decides to go for it and take a shot. Looks like Pine-Richland was in position to get that errant shot, but a lot of bodies there in the circle, and Pine-Richland comes up with that loose ball. Another errant pass, player down. White ball, I heard. Greta Schratz to begin play there, looking to pass. Cleanly received by Tia. Picked up by, I think, Natalie. Maddie McKay in the game, number 1, in possession of the ball. Over to Gabby Tom. Gabby trying to find an opening. Little push off by PR. Looks like some player substitutions ready to come on the field, but again, Peter's being very patient with their offense. Well done by the goalie. So another stop by them. Score still remains 2-0 in favor of Pine-Richland. We're at the 14:30 mark of the first half. 25-minute halves. PR down the sideline, far sideline there. Not able to be received by that player, so that's a turnover. Not sure who's taking it for Peters. They're in the unlit area of the field. Dimly lit, let's put it. Little bit of body contact there, and Pine-Richland ends up with it. So Natalie Kako out, and who is it that's on the field? Don't know who her substitution was, but we'll find out. Pine-Richland still with it on offense. Looks like Pine-Richland taking a page out of Peter's playbook. Spreading that defense out. Ball's on the carpet, but Pine-Richland picks it up again. So Megan Casiola will start play after the whistle on that infraction by Pine-Richland. Drops it and picks it back up. Going down the sideline. Not sure what happened there. Probably a stick check, and so Rachel Raber out. Cassidy King back in. So PR with the ball again. I'm going to wait for numbers. Although there was a cutter right there. The red headband. Natalie Kako looking to re-enter the game. Number 14 coming off, which would be Sarah Rubican. Natalie Kako in. Turnover by Pine-Richland. Natalie with it. Oh, that ball's out of her stick. Megan back there, nice defense, keeping her from tracking toward the goal. There's 35. Oh, nice save by Abby. And that one goes in. And that's the third goal for Pine-Richland, and that came at the 10:15 mark. So Peters is only down 3-0. It's not a lot, but against a team like Pine-Richland, could spell trouble. Looks like Gabby Tom in, or at least getting coached up. Back on. Cassidy take the draw. Whistle. Another one gained by PR, so they're 3 out of 4 on that. And they've been very good on offense, so it'd be nice to put a stop on there and get a spot on the board for us. Three around behind the goal, passes it. It's just a leaping shot over her shoulder to make it 4-0. And that came at the 9:30 mark. I suspect we might be getting a timeout either very soon or at least by the next score. "14 back on the field. Gabby Tom off. 7 off. 10 on. 17 off. Whistle. Ball on the ground still. Peters with it. Legal check, and that was what you saw there. That movement by the offensive player is one of the changes at the high school level, and that's the free start or self-start. Self-start, as they call it. There doesn't have to be a whistle to sound start a play again. Don't have all the nuances to it yet, but bottom line, it's supposed to speed up the game and keep it flowing and not have it very choppy. So another example of a sport evolving to suit the needs of the players as they get bigger, stronger, faster, and more skilled. Come on. Ooh, there it goes. Wait, whistle. Were they in the shooting space? Let's see if we can decipher what's going on. Is there a penalty before the shot or illegal shot? The player coming off, yellow card. Okay, I think it was a dangerous shot. And that's Sarah Rubican. I believe that was a yellow card. So no score for Peters. And Pine-Richland has the ball again. And that's one of the few errant passes I've seen by them. But they retained possession. Oh. Well, when defense plays that far off, you're going to have those kind of shots, and that results in a score. So now we have 5-0, and that was at 7:48. And we're going to get a timeout, as I suspected. So have to stop the bleeding. Timeout. Time for some regrouping. All right, we're going to take a timeout as well and return after action starts. Thank you. Well, there was a whistle, and now we're going to see if what the coach pleaded them to do will come to fruition. Again, the score here at 7:48 of the first half. Peters Township in a dominant lead here, 5-0. Cassidy King, again at center of the field. And Veronica comes up with it, number 17. Pass to Natalie, who's being pressured quite a bit. All right, let's see if we can get something here. Even one before half. I think we just need to break through and get some confidence here. I think that's Rachel, number 10. Tia cutting across, cutter. To Cassidy. Good defense by Pine-Richland. There's a pass. Couldn't clear, and turnover. Cassidy staying with her, though. Coach did say that there were some big holes to fill with the graduating class from last year. There's a whistle. Let's see what this is about. 6:24 on the clock. It's having Cassidy move back. So this is an example of a self-start. This is a whistled play. No one there to pick that one up. For Peters, that is. We'll say this, playing defense is harder than it looks. A lot of man-to-man and then crossing over, and much communication is very important. And they have some wide open cutters, I will say this. They're a good waller off. Nice job by the defense. Hear the defense saying, cutter, cutter, cutter. Oh, errant pass. Nice play. Who is that? Cassidy. Creates some separation. That was Natalie. Numbers were in their favor. Looks like they were a group. That's number 7. Getting bumped. Over to Veronica. Back to Natalie. Is that Tia? Cassidy? Got to make it happen, girls. Now's as good a time as any. Now we'll start to get some cycling action, I think. Test this defense. Oh, sloppy. Sloppy. Okay. Just have to be aware of the position of the defense on that. Back out again. Have some players in new positions as well. Oh, that's a charge. That's a couple times today, so trying to be aggressive, but yet and 35's got some wheels. Often cliche, but there we go. Get that, Abby. Very good. Back to Rachel Raber. Nice lob pass from Veronica to Mia. One on the field, that's Maddie McKay, I believe. Is that a score? Cassidy King? There we go. At 2:33 of the first half, Peters Township is finally on the board by a great shot by Cassidy King, number 11. Okay, Gabby Tom on for Tia. So despite the weather last week, which was cold and rainy, players genuinely agree that they had a pretty good practice, still working on some things, but progressing at a pace which I believe the coaches are happy with. Double whistle, false start. So if on the draw the perimeter players cross over before possession, that could be whistled. I wonder if they'll hold for last possession. Just around 2 minutes left. Nicely walled off. 19 has had some shots, and there's another. That's her go-to shot, which makes it 6-0, and that came at 1:41. So Pine-Richland on the board again in a dominating performance in this first half. They're just scoring mostly at will. 5 out of 6 times, 6 out of 7 times they've scored. So whatever the case is, they are showing their superiority on the offense. Substitution by Pine-Richland. That ball's going to be picked up by Pine-Richland. and knocked out of Rachel Raber's stick. 35 with it again. Seems to be the main cog, quarterbacking, if you will, down the field. Looking for the player. There's 10. (19-10). 19's been, I think, their high score so far. Might just be sitting on this waiting for the last shot. We're under a minute. All right, so Peters has it. They throw it back to Abby. Behind the goal is Greta, or Cassidy. That was Greta Schratz to Cassidy. Looks like she's being mugged. Getting a pass off to Gabby Tom. Natalie. Shot. Denied. I think that was Sarah Rubicon with a shot possibility. Oh, that was in the heart of the defense there. Ball's on the ground. And that's the end of the half. So opportunity lost for Peters to score within the last few seconds of the half. And we're going to end the half here with the score 6-0 in favor of the visiting Pine-Richland Rams. Well, we are about to begin the second half, and maybe switching sides of the field will be more favorable for Peters in this half. Down 6-1, really with not much to answer when Pine-Richland was on the offense. I failed to mention in the first half that Peters Township is in the white uniform, and in the second half they'll be going from right to left on your screen. And Pine-Richland in their green and white, going from left to right. 25-minute second half is about to begin. That's going to be picked up by Cassidy. Pass to Veronica. I think that ball was not picked up, but Gabby's going to track it down, number 27. If I can get all the numbers this second half. Coach was really pleased with the off-season workouts and lifting and such prior to this season. It's a long one, so I'm sure it'll pay dividends. Nice clean pass by the keeper to field player, and that ball is not picked up. So, hey, who has it? Rachel. That was an instance where there could have been a self-start. The whistle for stoppage, and then she positioned, and she does not have to wait for the defenders to be 4 meters, from that player. Ball, wow. This ball's all over the place. I think Gabby has it. She's going to pass it to Rachel. I'm going to keep going back. Abby with it. Looking to clear. Take your time. Wait for somebody to pop open. That was a tough one to field. Who has it? Can't tell you at this point. And it's going to be Pine-Richland. That was an example of a self-start. 35 just took it. Nice play by Megan Cassiola, one of the seniors on the team, number 5. Another senior, Greta Schratz on defense. Kira Cunningham, I've not mentioned her. Playing defense now as well. She's number 12. So that shot was high, but retained by Pine-Richland. Five goals is not insurmountable. However, Peter's got to do a much better job of moving the ball upfield and then setting up their offense. It's too many turnovers. And that ball went way back to the fence. So I think Abby has the ball. And now the players move. Come back, people coming back. Show for her. That was Gabby back to Megan. Not a great decision. I think Greta got it. That was over to Natalie. Tia, excuse me. Sarah. Cassidy. Nika. Gabby. Shot, but didn't go in, so it's a clearing pass. They do have some speed. Oh, and she's sitting wide open. No fair. That wasn't fair. That was 19 again. That makes the score 7-0 at the 1942 mark. Not fair. Just an update, the Penguins are leading the Rangers 4-2, which is good news. Need all the points we can get. Got some substitutions. And Maddie Devine in, number 2 on defense. Veronica Schratz off, Cassidy King off. They're doing a lot of running, so substituting the middies. Number 1 on the field, Maddie McKay. Not sure who's taking the draw. Rachel Rabers took that draw. Peter still with the ball. Not any longer. So it looks like another possession by Pine-Richland. And I do believe that one more score will put this one out of reach. 7-1. 18 and a half minutes left. Was able to avoid that defender. There's 19. Shouldn't be allowed to camp out like they do, but they have been. Oh, almost taken away, and 13 is just on the field. Gabby with it. It's going to come back to number 27, Gabby Tom. I was having pressure. There's a self-start right there. I think that's Natalie with it. Over to Maddie. Okay, number 1. Back to Natalie, back to Gabby. Maddie looking. Back to Natalie. Pine-Richland really doing an excellent job of switching up on defense. Maddie testing that a little bit. Making them work a little bit, if nothing else. That ball knocked away. No whistle, so having trouble picking it up. Another giveaway. Well, that's tough. So Cassidy King back in the game for Rachel Raber. Looks like Maria Vilsack ready to come in the game. For Sarah Rubicon. Pine-Richland on offense again. Too easy. Just too easy. So that is 8-1 at 15:27. And not sure if they have a goal differential and a running clock, but we should be getting pretty close to that at this point. Pine-Richland liberally substituting at this point with a commanding lead of 8-1. Oh, falls down. Heads up play by her. Passing it to Maddie McKay. She's able to get it. Oh, nice scoring chance by Cassidy, but the keeper was right there and decides to run it out, and nice job by their keeper. 19 with it again. And there's a check from behind. And 19 just goes. There you have it. And Pine-Richland is doing their thing, back and forth, and been pretty successful thus far. Nice play to keep her from attacking the goal by Greta, number 16. Wow, she just ran through there and barely touched. I don't know if their coaches maybe called the dogs off a little bit and decided to slow it down, but oh, she's right there. Excellent ball control by Pine-Richland. They've done a very nice job of executing here. I think this defense is certainly going to get better. This is one of the top teams in Whitfield, so I don't think this is typical of how they're going to perform the rest of the season. There you go. At least you got a stick on it. That was Megan. Not sure how long they've been at it, but I'm going to guess at least a couple minutes now. Nice stop by Abby. She got it out. She cleared to Gabby. And that ball's on the floor. See who's going to get it. And Maria Vilsack, number 23, was able to get that. Over to Rachel. Another missed opportunity. I don't know. That was, I think the ball hit the ground first. Maddie McKay off the field. Greta off the field. Number 17 back on for 7. Adri just came off. Gabby caught Tom coming off. Sarah Rubican back on. Oh, deep on the sideline there. Peters had it. And there's a legal check. And she can go. Is that a timeout? Not sure what was called there, but Tia with it, number 22. Over to Cassidy. Rachel. No. Nice shot by Rachel. Thought I was going to get hung up again, but hey, we're at the 9:09 mark. Peters Township gets another score. It's 9-2 at this 8-2. Excuse me. So good persistence, and let's build one goal at a time, as they say. I think Cassidy's taken all the draws except one. That was very close to retaining control. 35 with it again for Pine-Richland. Oh, is that from behind? 17. See if she decides to take this, and we've decreased that deficit to 6. If she scores, it'll be up to 7 again. And she does. So now we're at 9-2. So Cassidy off, Maddie McKay back on, Rachel off, Greta on, Maddie off, Divine, Gabby on, Tia off. I think I got them all. Nice job by Nika. Got it out to Gabby. Somehow Pine-Richland ended up with it. Didn't catch that one. Ball's on the ground. Nice play to step up with Megan. Over to Veronica. Watch from behind. Little high, and see if we can get some pressure on her. She's going to throw it to the keeper, who's done a very nice job. It was a good idea. Had she gotten it to her, we had definitely had the numbers. 7:25 left, 9-2. Nice play by Veronica. Get that errant pass. Oh, what happened there? Wasn't able to be fielded, so they have it again, and they're going to set up shop. Run some clock down, time off the clock. Natalie off and Tia on. May have to make some plays, put yourself out there at risk maybe, to see if you can come up with a pass or an interception, if you will. Well, they're into double digits, so that is the 10th score of the game for Pine-Richland. We have 7 off the field, 1 off the field for Peters. Cassidy back to taking the draw. Coaches are definitely dealing with some people getting comfortable at new positions for the good of the team. And we do have a couple players that aren't in the game tonight, so it's early. It's early. Rachel with it, number 10. Just too many drop balls, too many missed passes. I don't know if it's the pass or the receiving, probably a combination, but just too many of them tonight. I'm sure JB has a stat full of information for the coaches to look at. Good pressure. Under 5 minutes. It's been their night, Pine-Richland. See if we can get another one on the board here before the end of the game. That goalie is just quick. She's done an excellent job at stopping. I think that might be Gabby. No, there's a push from behind. Well, unusual situation for Gabby, but certainly one in which there's a strong likelihood we should score. Maybe a matter of too little, too late. And she missed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, it would be exemplified tonight's futility on offense. Again, you don't see that particular situation very often. Looks like we could have something coming up. Looks like Gabby's going to get another chance. However, the goalie will be there this time. And maybe with the goalie there, it'll be all the better for her when she scores. Not so lucky again, and Yeah, under a minute 30, so don't know if they'll try to score, but if they do, they can't blame them. Had this game well in hand since the start, and they've never looked back. And they do score, so that gives them 11. And that came at the 103 mark, 11-2. Next game is at Penn Trafford on April 1st or April Fools. Hopefully that game will look much different than tonight in terms of our passing and receiving and such. But total dominance by Pine-Richland here tonight. 103 remaining. There's a player down, but back up. I think that was Tia. .37 seconds left. See if we can make it 11-3. And they didn't score on that one. Goalie loses it. Cassidy with it. Some excitement here in the waning seconds. Scores! Waved off. Whistle. That came at 21 seconds. So there was a penalty before. So another opportunity. My goodness gracious, we've had several of these tonight. Coming up on the short end on all of them, or perhaps most of them. There's another one. Must be snake bitten tonight. $16 seconds. We're down to 1 second, and now no seconds. That's going to take care of this game tonight. Again, with Pine-Richland in a dominating performance. I can't stress that enough. Scoring basically at will tonight against Peters Township. Look forward to our next game at home, which will be against Bethel Park, April 3rd. Look to see everybody then, and thank you and good evening.